Stop everything you're doing right now and pay attention. In just 8 days, you can experience a profound transformation, something far beyond empty promises. This is not a trick or a fad, but a practical and philosophical path that, when followed with dedication, begins to shape your life from the inside out. Are you ready to become someone stronger, more centered, and more serene in the face of chaos? Then it's time to start. In 8 days, you won't be the same. And most importantly, this change will be genuine, because it comes from within. Stay with me until the end, because the last step is the most challenging, and precisely because of that, the most powerful. Day 1. Silence is power. Every day you wake up, and the first thing you feel is the weight of the world. Messages, notifications, comparisons, concerns about work, family, social life. The chaos begins before you even get out of bed. But what you might not know is that your mind was not made to live in the middle of this constant noise. The first step towards true change is silence, and in it, strength is found. In Stoicism, silence is seen as an act of resistance, a way to return to the center. Modern life is immersed in noise, but it is in silence that you find your true self. In the coming days, commit to practicing a daily moment of complete silence. It can be anywhere, in the car, before leaving for work, or even before going to sleep. What matters is that, for 5 to 10 minutes, you are only with yourself, without external distractions. During this time, observe your breathing, your thoughts, and realize how powerful this silence is. This space will help you reconnect with your priorities, identify your true needs, and strengthen your inner peace. The truth is that many of our impulsive decisions and daily worries come from the lack of this introspective moment. Day 2. The pause before reaction. Have you ever noticed how most people react automatically to what happens around them? When someone says something rude, you immediately snap back. When something goes wrong, frustration sets in quickly. When things don't go as planned, you feel discouraged. But Stoicism teaches us something rare and revolutionary: not to react immediately. True power lies in observing before responding, in giving space for reflection. The second step is precisely this: learning to pause. In the coming days, whenever something bothers or provokes you, take a pause. Ask yourself, does this really deserve my reaction? Often the answer will be no. This simple exercise will save you from regrets, unnecessary arguments, and impulsive decisions. By not reacting, you begin to take control of your life, stopping being a puppet to the chaos around you. This doesn't mean being passive. On the contrary, it means being active in choosing how to respond to situations. The more you practice this control, the wiser and more present you will become. And you will notice that by reacting less, you become stronger, more centered, and more aware of your emotions. If you are enjoying this journey, be sure to subscribe to the channel and share this content with someone who also needs this transformation. It's not about being perfect. It's about taking one step at a time in the right direction. Let's move forward. Day 3. Turning the ordinary into extraordinary. What do you do every day without realizing it? Often, the simplest tasks are done without attention or focus. Washing dishes, making the bed, folding clothes. All these actions can be done automatically, on autopilot, without realizing their importance. But Stoicism teaches us that true transformation begins precisely there. It's not in big milestones, but in the small details of daily life that we find the opportunity to grow. So, choose one everyday task and turn it into a ritual. For example, making your bed. Do it with full attention, without hurry, as if it were an art. By doing this, you are training your mind to focus on the present moment, to be disciplined and consistent, even when the world outside seems to collapse. When you dedicate yourself to doing something simple with excellence, you begin to build a mindset that doesn't settle for mediocrity. Great achievements don't come from extraordinary moments, but from daily small victories, from mastering the basics. If you stay true to this exercise in the coming days, you will notice that your posture changes, your view of the world shifts, and even your way of communicating with others. This happens because those who master the small are preparing to conquer the great. Day 4. Create your own rules. Now that you are practicing silence and pausing, It's time for something bolder. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom comes from within. And one way to free yourself from external pressures is by creating your own rules. In the coming days, define a historical rule for each day, something simple but non-negotiable. For example, today I don't compare myself to anyone, or today I don't complain about anything. These rules aren't just for the present moment. They are a way of shaping your character. By writing down your rule in the morning and following it throughout the day, you are doing a daily exercise of self-commitment. This practice will help strengthen your identity and stay true to your principles. It's not about impressing others. It's about building a solid character. When you live according to your own rules, you become immune to external criticism and more secure in your choices. This will make you more lucid, more firm, and less manipulable by circumstances. Day 5. Face difficult conversations with courage. Avoiding confrontations and difficult conversations may seem like the easier option, but in reality, it is one of the biggest traps for personal growth. Stoicism teaches us that true courage isn't in avoiding discomfort, but in facing it with clarity and respect. So, choose one conversation you've been avoiding for a long time and go ahead with it. It could be an apology, a boundary that needs to be set, or even a delicate matter that needs to be discussed. It's not about winning the conversation, but about being true. The practice of facing these situations with honesty will make you stronger and more respected. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll feel lighter and more whole. Facing difficult conversations isn't easy, but with practice, it becomes more natural. Remember, the goal isn't to win the conversation, but to overcome the fear of facing it. Day 6. Live a day as if no one is watching. How many times do you act according to other people's expectations? Stoicism teaches us that living for the approval of others is a path to unhappiness. So, on the next day, challenge yourself to live as if no one is watching. Make choices that truly reflect who you are. By doing so, you'll feel a sense of freedom, something you may have left behind a long time ago. This exercise reveals how much of your life is shaped by others and how much you can still achieve by being 100% authentic. When you begin to live for yourself rather than to please others, you find inner peace that no one can take away from you. Day 7. Confront fear and take action. We all have something we avoid: a decision, a project, a conversation. Paralysis often disguises itself as routine, but true transformation begins when we face our fears. Stoicism teaches us that action is the antidote to fear. So choose something you've been postponing and take the first step. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is not staying stagnant. By taking action, you begin to transform fear into momentum, and that momentum brings you closer to the life you desire. And remember, you don't need to wait for the perfect moment. It will never come. The only moment you have is now. Day 8. Life is too short to be pushed around. Now that you've completed the 7 days of transformation, it's time to consolidate everything you've learned. Stoicism teaches us that life is too short to be pushed around, so don't wait any longer to act. Take control of your life. Keep practicing what you've learned, and don't settle for less than your best. True change comes from within, and constant practice is what sustains it. Congratulations for making it this far. Your journey is just beginning. Now share this message, inspire others, and keep moving forward on this path of daily evolution.